Hi guys, it's Naomi here from the Belgian Book Nerd. We are here again for a new video. Again, we'll be playing my my Magical TBR game. Again, this will be a part 2. I've done it already for this month, but I'll be doing it again now that my board is finished. I was too impatient and I want to do it again. But therefore I will try to put on the books from last video on here as well. I will try to do that. If not, I'll try to read them anyway. So yeah, this might actually get quite exciting because I've got no idea how this is gonna go and this is the very first time. So I would say let's go to the board and explain you all the rules and everything. Let's head in. So guys, this is the board. I'll explain it real quick for you. Nothing has really changed compared to the one I used last time, but that was the Wild Sasha's template. I also have permission, so it was all good. My Magical TBR game is based off Harry Potter. This does not mean I am supporting the author, but I just a love for the story I wanted to express through a game. So yeah, let's dive right into the rules. To start with, I've got my little Slytherin pin, as I'm a true Slytherin. This will be the pin I'll be moving around on the board with. Starting at start, obviously, and getting all the way to finish. I'll get to finish every single time, so that will also decide how many books I will be reading. A minimum of 4 and a maximum of 21. No way on earth I'll be reading or be able to finish 21 books in a month. So yeah, the game can actually be very harsh on me. So let's head into the spots. Yellow is obviously for Hufflepuff. This is a Hogwarts house. This one is for Ravenclaw, also a Hogwarts house. Red for Gryffindor, green for Slytherin, and orange will mean that I'll have to double. This means that if I double and I get an in total counted up number of 1 to 3, it will be for Slytherin. I'll have to grab a Slytherin prompt. From 4 to 6, I'll have to grab a Gryffindor prompt. From 7 to 9, a Ravenclaw prompt, and from 10 to 12, a Hufflepuff prompt. Then, as we will be moving forward, you can see that there is also a black one. If I end up on the black star, that would actually mean all the 4 houses combined, and that will mean wild card. A wild card then means that I can pick whatever book I would like to actually read this month. So I think we will try and see what it actually is going to be like. Always feel free to give me more prompts in the comments down below. Some of them are character based, others are like random. There are wild cards in there, there are general prompts in there, but sometimes they're actually character based of the houses. And I think we will dive right in now. I'm sorry for the reflecting of the tape. I'll try to fix that later on. I'll also make more study cards so these won't be flipping. I also put like a little line below the houses so you can recognize them for those who are not as familiar with Harry Potter. So let's roll the dice and see where we're going to get. 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would mean this is on blue, which would mean a Ravenclaw prompt. And what is it saying? The Eagle. Read a book with a bird on the cover or about a bird. We can do something with this. For our very first Ravenclaw prompt, we have got to read a book with a bird on the cover or about a bird. Therefore, I've chosen a Reaper Gates by Sabata here. As you can see more closely, Helene, or Helen, or however you want to pronounce her name, has got a bird on her armor, or at least I'll count that one as one, as I'm also trying to get these books back on my TBR for this month, as I'm participating in the Ember Echelon, which is a fantastic readathon, where we're reading all the books from the series From an Ember in the Ashes by Sabata here. We're currently on the 3rd book. The 3rd book is for July, and then the final one, A Storm Beyond the Sky, if I'm not mistaken, will be for August. By the end of this month, we'll be having a live chat for this to discuss this book. So I'm excited to actually finish this book and get it on my TBR for this month. A Read Gates by Sabato here. Now that we're back to the board, we will roll again. 11. That will make me move a lot faster, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That will leave us to a Gryffindor prompt. We'll see what it says. Harry Potter, read a book with the chosen one trope. This one is actually perfect for this month. Absolutely perfect. I'm so happy with this prompt came up. And for our second roll already, the Harry Potter one for Gryffindor. Read a book with the chosen one trope. This couldn't be more perfect. Like I just mentioned, I'm participating in the Amber Echelon, and there is one very obvious chosen one trope in this book. The fourth book in the Ember and the Ashes series, A Sky Beyond the Storm. So this is actually perfect. I'm not going to mention anything more. Why not? Because it will be so incredibly spoilery. So yeah, but let me know if you want to wrap up at the end of every month, so I can talk about the books a little more. I just think that my TBR game will take a little bit too long if I talk in depth about every single book I will be reading. So if you want to know more, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will be talking more in depth about books that I've read. So as we're back to the board, we're going to go for roll number 3. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now we have officially passed the halfway mark of the board. But we've got an orange, which means I'll have to roll the dice, as it is 5, which means I'll have to go for another Gryffindor prompt. Ron Weasley, read a book including a best friend. This is tricky to start with, but I'll try to make it work. And for our third roll, we got Ron Weasley from Gryffindor. Read a book including a best friend. I might be stretching this a little bit because I'll be reading The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I've heard this actually starts out as a best friend kind of thing and turns into a gay romance. I could be completely wrong, but as a foundation is based off of best friend stuff, I am counting this one. Because when do you know in advance if it is going to include a best friend trope? So yeah, I wasn't too smart with actually including that prompt. If you got any ideas to change it, feel free to let me know. New prompts are always welcome, and I will try to include them in my next videos. So let's head back to the board and see if we can read this one. So off to roll number 4. The board has been really nice to me so far, so let's hope it will actually stay that way. This is 10, which actually means a double, which means I'll have to add another roll unless I finish in time. So yeah, I think I have actually said it too soon that it was nice to me. And I'm so sorry for being so wobbly with my screen, but I'm actually holding my camera at the moment. But let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is a green one, which means a Slytherin prompt. Saying Severus Snape, read a book about unconditional love. I'll have to look for that, as I don't read too much romance. But we'll see. For our fourth roll, we've got Severus Snape from Slytherin with the prompt of read a book with unconditional love. Therefore, I've chosen for I Think I Love You by Orion Decembre. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I don't actually really know what it is about. So I'll read it back for a second. Emma is a die-hard romantic. She loves meet-cute movies, her pet Lady Capulet, and writing the gay rom-com of her dreams for the film festival competition she and her friends are entering. If only they had listened to her ideas. Sophia is pragmatic. She's big into boycotts, namely relationships, boys, and her BO reasons. She is a lesbian. And 3, Emma's nauseating ideas. Forget starry-eyed romance, Sophia knows what will win: an artistic film with a message. Cue the drama. The movie is doomed before they even start shooting, until a real-life plot twists and folds behind the camera when Emma and Sophia begin seeing each other through a different lens. Suddenly their rivalry feels like an actional rom-com. A sweet and funny debut novel about falling for someone when you least expect it and finding out that real-life romance is better than anything on screen. So I'm actually excited about it. This book is actually super floppy as well, so which is absolutely great. So yeah, I'll see what I think about it. And hopefully it is unconditional love. We'll see. And we are here for roll number 5 already. We'll see how nice the board is. Will I finish in time or not? So far I couldn't put in only one book. I have put in my former TBR, which is what I lost, but we'll see if we can still fit it in. So yeah, and then there's also another read-along with the Wild Sasha and some others. I've forgotten their names. We'll be reading Malice, so I'll be automatically adding that to my TBR as well. So hopefully we can fit that one in. But let's head to roll number 5 before we start to panic too much. 11. Oh, that's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which means I finish. And I always finish with rolling again, so I can choose a prompt for one of those. 7. 7 is Ravenclaw, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Ravenclaw. Read a sci-fi. Oh boy, I hardly ever read sci-fi. Well, it is putting me out of my comfort zone, which is a good thing. So we'll see. So for our 6th and final roll, oh no, our 5th and final roll, don't get too weird. I'll have to read a sci-fi from the Ravenclaw prompts, as they have to do a lot with the starry stuff, and they're up in the north, in the upper highest tower in the books, and I think movies as well, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll be reading Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I haven't read anything by Brandon Sanderson yet, so yeah, I'm actually really scared about this one, but I have been talking about it with Sasha actually in a live through the comments. So yeah, I think I'm starting my challenge sooner than expected, because I actually wanted to make 2022 my Brandon Sanderson year, but apparently it's starting already in 2021, so I think I shouldn't have jinxed it, but this is my book for reading a sci-fi, Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. So to recap real quick what our TBR gave us, it's quite a hefty stack, but it is doable, I believe. We've got Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, A Reaper the Gates by Sabathir, Sky Beyond the Storm, also by Sabathir. We have got The Song of Achilles by Mel Miller, and I think I Love You by Oriane Desombre, I think it was. So yeah, it's definitely doable. It's a mix of quite a few things. I'll be wrapping up a series, which is definitely a good thing. I will be starting anew, and then 2 standalones, so I think we'll be fine. So that was quite a hefty stack. Now that I've actually put those stack of books down, because they actually got me out of breath already, which is a whole other situation, I'm also going to talk about Malice by John Gwynne. We are reading it for a readathon. Out of my head, I don't know the details about it anymore, but we'll be starting it in July, and yeah, I will link the announcement video down below just so you can check it out. It is actually a nice readathon. I haven't read it yet, so it'll be a first time reading for me as well. So yeah, that's that. So guys, now that I'm actually going to wrap up my video as well, thank you so much for joining in. If you've got any prompts, please put them down in the comments. If you've got any more ideas, please feel free to let me know in what house you're in the Harry Potter world, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Let me know what you think about my new TBR game and my board. Yeah, tips are always welcome. So yeah, feel free, and let me know what you think about my TBR for this month. Do you think I can make it? Have you read any of the books I have chosen? So yeah, let me know. Okay? See you. Bye.